become safer? No, of course not. I think we become safer when you take attention away. When you bring more attention to, we don't want attention.
Because I would avoid scrutiny and attention to my relationship for the first most, and I'll avoid doing anything that will attract attention and scrutiny.
And I don't want government to be protecting me. Actually, rather protect men and tell them to create a society where we can be, we don't need to feel protected, or you don't need to get into, okay, who am I living with? It's my personal business, and just stay out of it.
Yeah, I don't want anybody else other than the people I want to tell to know that I'm in a live-in relationship.
Sometimes when we go into another relationship, we want to not tell them because sometimes it hinders or obstructs your married life, and you want to keep it a secret. And but now when this is out and it becomes easily accessible, my partner, if he finds a hint or somewhere, he can just go and figure that out.
See, the law is made in such a way that because the data is now out there, it's able to protect the people involved, both the men and the women. But by doing so, you're opening up new trouble by allowing the data to be available for everyone else around you as well. Be it your parents, be it your neighbors, be it even random people who just want to see. I mean, this country is riddled with people who think love jihad is a big problem. And if you are a intercaste or maybe an intercaste relationship, obviously that opens up a lot of problems. If someone else wants it, if someone else feels this is not right, because they're just the kind of that's the bigotry in this country. No matter what you want to say, caste problems are still out there, religion problems are still out there. And if the data is out there where you can see that intercaste relationships are there in your neighborhood, you will go and harass them, create problems, create other issues, and maybe even if it reaches a family, the issues of honor killings are then props up. And even if you think that you are protecting the girl from the guy, or maybe the guy from the girl, you are now endangering the guy and the girl from people outside the relationship.
We know a lot of couples already face a lot of harassment and intimidation. Say interfaith couples have faced a lot of problems even in the Special Marriage Act, the way that they have to put up notices outside of civil courts, and anybody, usually political parties or political organizations that object to it, harass these couples, go after their addresses.
You are giving the authority in one person's hand. It's not even an institution or group of people deciding it. It's just the official sitting there, and he would look at you and say, okay, you are allowed. And then even when you go to register your marriage, there are so many things. It's just like filing an FIR. When a woman goes and they're told about, okay, if you lodge an FIR against your boyfriend, you would be in trouble, don't do this, don't do that. So this is going to happen in this case as well. And then getting into this registration thing, it complicates things for people further, because breakups are not easy emotionally, and then you have to see the person's face again and go deregister it. It actually is very complicated.
And you sometimes live together, sometimes you just don't want to. All of this, every time going registering, every time going not registering it, marriage is different and live-in relationships are different. So trying to draw parallels between live-in relationships and marriage by registering it is kind of not very nice. And
how will they be informed? I am staying and I'm not going to inform you, I'm not going to register it. And are they going to break open my door and check if I'm staying with a guy? What if my neighbor complains? So this is very problematic.
How does the law basically differentiate between two roommates and actually a live-in relationship couple? And so there are a lot of gray areas in the legislation, and I feel it would have been better if the government would have not intervened in who you get to live with. It's a law which is infringing on your civil liberties, and it's certainly a very dark direction that legislature has taken in this country.
The government acknowledging that there are live-in relationships in this country, that means that they're kind of giving you a visa to live together. And a lot of people like my own parents who are conservatives and are ardent BJP supporters, they are going to be in support of this. At least if they disallowed me before, they might actually not have a problem now that the government is approving it.